This month we're celebrating 5 years of providing care, comfort and joy to children with life-limiting or complex care conditions and their families. After a successful pilot program, we officially launched our in-home respite and care program in November 2016. Since then, we've provided support to almost 200 children and delivered more than 150,000 hours of care. Join us as we go back to the beginning and catch up with our first client, 5-year-old Kamden and his parents Sarah and Ian. When we met Kamden, he was just 5 months old. This is his story.
So Kamden's was our first child. We were in Karratha. Very excited, obviously everything was going very well, but not long after Kamden was born, it was quite obvious that there was something wrong. He was basically taken away, whisked away, and they were working on him to try and stabilise him. Then they decided that they would have to fly Kamden to Perth. So he left on the Perth flying doctors that night, and then the next morning Ian and I flew down to Perth on a commercial flight to meet him at PCH. Yeah, it was quite traumatic and very unexpected. So it took a while for us to get an actual diagnosis, but finally they said, you know, he does have brain damage, he does have cerebral palsy, and we knew that he was going home with that, and a feeding tube and a suction machine and monitors, and
2 monitors.
We had to get used to that diagnosis and what that meant long term as well.
We realised that we were going to move to Perth, so we had to find our own place. Obviously then comes you've got to go back to work. So I think the reality of that really was hard for Sarah at that point, because then the burden of having a child with those extra needs become Sarah's.
And I think it was also hard because, you know, we spent those 4 months wanting our boy home, and then when he got home it was just it was really hard. We first heard about Hannah's house probably about 6 to 8 weeks after I got home. I was really struggling. I wasn't handling things very well at all, and I just needed some help. One of the support workers at PCH recommended Hannah's house, and thankfully she did, because it made such a difference to those first 6 months at home when we finally got Kamden home. Hannah's house helped us get to the numerous appointments that we had for Kamden. I had to take him on the bus down the stairs with his suction machine, and it was just too hard. So the 2 nurses that were helping us at the beginning were able to support me and Kamden to get to and from those appointments. And also just a little bit of time to myself every now and again too, which was just amazing and definitely needed. Life with Kamden now is better, much better, but it's also constant. There's no time where we can't be watching him or guiding him or ensuring that he's not doing anything that he shouldn't be doing. I don't think outwardly people understand how many more expectations and needs he has.
We were effectively told that he may never crawl, may never walk. My first comment to the doctor was, oh, he's going to come back and kick you in the shins. To this day, Kamden, he gets around, he runs around. He started crawling a little bit delayed. His walking wasn't obviously, he's as fast, he's still a little bit wobbly, but you know, at the end of the day, yeah, he's a picture of what all that pays for. And a boy that shouldn't have walked, apparently. He gets around and runs in sports carnivals, runs races at school.
I can't believe it's been 5 years since we met Hannah's house. It's gone so quickly, and we've met so many different nurses and support workers that have each helped Kamden in different ways, supported him, encouraged him, and really got him out in the community and doing things that sometimes we can't do with him, which has just been fantastic and an amazing support.
Yeah, and met a lot of other families in similar situations.
Hannah's house has supported us all the way through the last 5 years, and helped even with Kamden's therapy at times as well. They've really, been a blessing, really.